Messi to the near post. Messi to the net.
Romel Kyoto now. Here's a Honduran. He'll whip it in back to the far post. Elise! Albert Elise. La Panterita. It's a Honduran connection.
This is Soccer Matters on ESPN 97.5.
And on ESPN975.com.
Brought to you by the Daspit Law Firm. DaspitLaw.com. From the ESPN 97.5 studios, here's Glenn
My thoughts.
I have a very important public service announcement here, fresh on the heels of the Blitz, and here it is. I want to thank the universe for this historic opportunity to do radio on the world's biggest stage here on ESPN 97.5. I thank the listeners for making my dreams possible, and I thank the critics for always pushing me to do better. New producer. He is Andrew Carlson. He loves the sport of soccer. Before I introduce him, though, I want to thank Michael Hernandez, Jose Partida, Tyler Scott, Michael Carroll, all the guys who have produced on the show, all very talented in their own right. Andrew, welcome, and you do have a soccer background, and I know you love the sport.
Thank you so much, Glenn. I actually listened to the show when I was in high school growing up a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't date you too much there, but I absolutely adore the sport. I sort of fell in love with it while I was in high school, and as the availability of it grew throughout my time in college, so did my love of the game, and it's only continued into post-grad life.
Well, then we're going to have a great time on the show, so I'm glad you're doing it. We are streaming at ESPN975.com. Call-in number 713-780-3776. Facebook Soccer Matters. Hit me up on Twitter, Glenn Davis Sock, or get over to Instagram, Glenn Davis Sock as well. Also head over to the Soccer Matters Facebook shop and get your Soccer Matters T-shirts. We have them on display here. Victor Ariza is leading the way here tonight, as usual, with so many things he does for this show. The T-shirts have a 501c charity element to it. 20% will go to the Curing Children's Cancer Fund. All right, let's get your opinion tonight. 713-780-3776. So the first thing I want to do is I want to play this soundbite from the Super Bowl.
The dynasty continues.
All right, so the dynasty is the New England Patriots. And what I love about this is everybody's talking about what a lousy Super Bowl this was. It was horrible. Now, granted, the halftime entertainment was. I agree with you in that category. But I actually was intrigued with the game. And it led me into thinking about whenever we hear or see a 0-0 scoreline in soccer, we get the traditional, oh, it's boring and all that. And we all know as soccer fans and football fans, FUTBOL, that 0-0 or 0-0 games can be incredibly exciting. And what do you look for in a game? So for all you people out there saying the Super Bowl was a bore, was it really that boring? Or did you miss the point that there was tremendous scheming by coaches defensively for both teams? There were a number of times where teams were stopped on third down. That was exciting to me. I don't know about you. Was the Super Bowl really that boring? 713-780-3776. Let's get it started here tonight. 713-780-3776. I didn't think it was boring. I actually thought incredibly interesting because here you got this dynasty basically shutting a team down that averaged 30 points a game, I think, was maybe the numbers. Pretty out there. I do like what happened in New Orleans with New Orleans had like the lowest TV ratings and they threw their own party and didn't even pay attention to the Super Bowl. I thought that was pretty tremendous. But 0-0 matches in soccer, what do you look for? I mean, is it simply about goals? And if it's simply about scoring a lot of points in a Super Bowl to make it interesting or moving the ball a little bit more or more successful offenses, what does that say about those watching the Super Bowl? How deep do we go? And listen, I don't know anything about game plans and scheming. I do know about mixing things up and changing plays and keeping defenses from getting settled, but there was very good defensive play in this Super Bowl. 713-780-3776 is the number to call in. We can also talk about the Premier League. And let's go right to some sound because Liverpool drawing 1-1 with West Ham. Let's first off, we do have the offside goal that James Milner was clearly offside. By the way, this ranks as bad as what happened to the New Orleans Saints. The lack of a flag going up on James Milner with a linesman standing right in front of him with the perfect angle is mind-blowing. And Liverpool's goal should not have counted. So let's take a little bit of sound here, Andrew Carlson.
Milner, Mane. Liverpool take another step towards restoring the 5-point lead. Sadio Mane from close range, and West Ham switched off and were punished for it.
Milner offside by a mile. By the way, that game ended 1-1, so Manchester City now putting the pressure on. So here's Jurgen Klopp now. Let's go to Klopp's sound after this game.
Jurgen, the consensus elsewhere seems to be that Liverpool were actually lucky to come away with a point here tonight. Is that fair, or can I hear your assessment?
Oh, I don't think so, but I mean, but I know why he says so. He thinks that because we have obviously our goal was offside. I didn't know that in the game, and in halftime nobody told me. I didn't ask, to be honest. After the game, our analyst told me immediately, so I can imagine that. So they scored a goal, we scored an offside goal. Then that's maybe, but that's actually the only reason why he could think that, because apart from that, and a couple of other set pieces where they were really strong. They had moments when we lost the ball, when they could win it with the deep formation and stuff like that. But that's normal. We had a lot of situation with passing through balls on our fullbacks, especially Robbo in the first half, where we didn't find the free player. And on the other side, similar, we didn't find it. That it was difficult again. These creating against so many legs, honestly, and because of our situation, we had to. Yesterday night we trained, and after the session we had to change 3 positions. That's of course not perfect. So, and you saw that around the set pieces, especially with the organization. And
all right, so that's enough of Jurgen Klopp. So obviously I could not believe how they struggled defending set pieces. It's not a good sign. So let's go now to Pellegrini, the West Ham manager, and here's what he said in response to Jurgen Klopp, because this was very, very interesting.
Well, considering the opportunity you had, your chances on goal, and the fact that the Liverpool goal was offside, you must be disappointed you didn't get all 3 points tonight.
Yes, absolutely disappointed, without any doubt.
Recaps the match for like 30, 45 seconds, then he gets to the stuff about the offsides and Klopp and everything.
If we play against a team that is leader on the table in this moment, with the
so Pellegrini in a minute is going to talk about the offside.
An attack that scores a lot of goals, but if you create 4 clear chances, you didn't score, and they have 2 clear options: one that they score a goal in 1 meter, half an offside, and the other in the last minute with Origi in front of the lineman, again 1 meter in offside. Of course, you must be disappointed and worried.
Manuel, couldn't help but notice at the end you had a lengthy conversation with Jurgen Klopp. I'm not sure it looked to be the friendliest.
This is Pellegrini on Klopp now.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's things that the club is used to win with goal offside. He beat me against Malaga with Borussia Dortmund with the goal 7 meters in offside, so he cannot complain about nothing.
All right, so that was Pellegrini. 1-1 is the draw. Liverpool now sit on 62 points. They've only lost 1 match. They have a plus 41 goal differential, but boy, they were shaky defending set pieces in this. And are they handling the pressure of Pep Guardiola and the citizens? Is there a blue surge right now? Saturday, Liverpool home to 10th place Bournemouth. But the race is on, and I love this. I love the fact that Liverpool is in the pole position right now. Manchester City won 3-1, dominant fashion over Arsenal. Sergio Aguero with a hat trick in that one. Koscielny getting the lone goal for Arsenal. But that coupled with the 1-1 draw at Anfield between Liverpool and West Ham United has the pressure on Liverpool, I believe. City in second place now, 59 points. 3 behind Liverpool. They were dominant over Arsenal in every statistical category. I don't think there was any question there. Aguero hat trick. And it gets good this weekend. City will be at Everton tomorrow and then Sunday at home to Chelsea. So
Try and grab a break in the next couple minutes.
best goal differential in the league, Manchester City at 46. Let's get your thoughts on the Premier League right now. Let's get your thoughts on the Super Bowl. Was it really, really boring? You tell me. 713-780-3776 is the number tonight. 713-780-3776 is the number here tonight. We got a number of great guests on the show tonight. New Houston Dynamo midfielder Tom McNamara. He will join me on the show. Patty Smith of the Houston Sports Authority. It's the second year for the Houston Sports Awards. Going to be down there tomorrow night. Going to be very exciting. George Foreman, A.J. Foyt, Dan Pastorini from the Love You Blue era. All kinds of great things happening down there. Tillman Fertitta. Tim Holt, Managing Director of San Antonio FC, also on this show tonight. I'd love to hear from some Barcelona and Real Madrid fans ahead of the semifinals at the Camp Nou tomorrow. So let's get after it tonight. Let's get some phone calls going here at 713-780-3776. And by the way, U.S. 2-0 over Costa Rica. You excited about U.S. soccer yet?
It's Macy's Big Home Sale. This one's so big it only happens twice a year. So now's the time to find 30 to 50% savings for every room. Plus, use your Macy's card or pass and take an extra 10 to 25% off. Look for incredible specials and spectacular.
Oh no, Glenn, that's totally my fault. I didn't mute the satellite. No, I didn't mute the satellite. So I didn't. No, it's not.
Right now.
When we come back, I always do reads.
Okay. So
once you get me in,
yeah, I forgot to mute the satellite, so it fired stuff off automatically. I'm so sorry.
Who can keep up with the expertise and technology to get packages to over 150 million delivery points. So, who can help you deliver the future of commerce? The United States Postal Service. See why we deliver more e-commerce packages to homes than anyone at USPS.com/future.
If you currently take synthetic testosterone shots, you need to know there's a better way. The doctors at the Y Factor will show you how to build testosterone naturally. No addictive injections that lead to dependency, long-term health issues, and shrinkage. The doctors at the Y Factor, presented by Man Centers, can help retrain your body's natural testosterone production and monitor how your body responds. Get your checkup today. Mancenters.com, home of the free general male wellness checkup.
Hey, Glenn David.
Got a minute and a half, Glenn.
My friends at Advantage BMW Midtown. Now, I've driven a BMW for years. In fact, I've leased and bought from Advantage numerous times. I love the drive of a BMW. It's like no other. I drive a 5 Series, absolutely love it. After all, it is the ultimate driving machine. The other thing I love at Advantage BMW is the customer service. It is second to none. Advantage BMW has you covered. Sales, service, and finance. Get that hometown advantage. AdvantageBMWHouston.com. Proud sponsors of Soccer Matters.
Brooks Powell here. By now you've probably heard a bunch of ads for Thrive Plus, the company I started right here in Houston and pitched on Shark Tank last year. Well, the team and I are excited to announce that our same great product has a brand new name, Cheers. Cheers is a supplement designed to reduce alcohol's negative effects and even help you feel better the next day. As an Ivy League scientist, I teamed up with 5 PhDs to turn a groundbreaking scientific discovery into a better way for you and me to keep the good times rolling. Armed with a patented formula, Cheers works by giving your liver exactly what it needs to process the alcohol and its toxic byproducts. To use Cheers, simply take 3 capsules after your last alcoholic beverage or before going to bed. Whether you've had one drink or several, you're going to wake up feeling great and your liver's going to thank you. Still not convinced? Try it.
Hey, got about 15 seconds, Glenn.
Better the next day? We will give you your money back, guaranteed. To order Cheers, visit our new website, cheershealth.com. That's cheershealth.com. Or find us on Amazon. Whatever you drink, always remember to cheers.
You are listening to Soccer Matters on ESPN 97.5.
And on ESPN975.com.
Brought to you by the Daspit Law Firm. From the ESPN 97.5 studios, here's Glenn.
All right, Fanatics, you're living up to it now. 713-780-3776. Phone boards are beginning to light up here. We mentioned we got a lot of good interviews tonight. Dynamo fans are going to want to hear this one with Tom McNamara, Patty Smith of the Houston Sports Authority ahead of tomorrow night, Tim Holt, the managing director of San Antonio. You know what I'm going to ask him? I'm going to ask him, how painful has this been that Austin FC comes to town and maybe trumps you? And then Jairo Otsai is going to give us some insight into Guastatoya, the Dynamo's CONCACAF Champions League opponent. I want to remind you, Soccer Matters presenting sponsor is John Daspit and the Daspit Law Firm. The Daspit Law Firm is going to work for you 24/7. They're personal injury attorneys. They're going to bring you a personalized approach. DaspitLaw.com, 713-322-HURT. They are bilingual. Doesn't matter. Car accident, motorcycle, industrial plant, refinery. You might drive an 18-wheeler. You need representation if you get in an accident. You need John Daspit and the Daspit Law Firm. DaspitLaw.com. And John is a big soccer fan. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Let's start knocking these out. Let's go to Andrew. Andrew wants to talk about the U.S. men's national team. Andrew, what's up?
Hey, appreciate it. I was fairly impressed with Berhalter and how he transfigured the MLS-laden U.S. men's national team, obviously against some B squad players, but CONCACAF competition. But I think the players I was really most impressed with was Nick Lima. He was sensational, and also I think. What was the forward?
Sebastian Lletget?
Yes, Lletget was also fantastic. I think those were the two standouts for the weekend friendlies that made the most impact. I feel that going forward, when you incorporate the European Yanks in the squad, I think they'll definitely be able to have a chance to mesh and perform.
Yeah, what's not to be excited about? Why is everybody such Debbie Downers? Now, listen, I think another thing Greg Berhalter, the U.S. manager, is doing, I think he understands that, you know, after not qualifying for a World Cup, we need a little bit of a boost here. And he's doing it in front of the cameras and media. I mean, I love it when this guy gets in front of a blackboard and is explaining things to people, which you don't see people doing that. And that is transparency at its best, and that's how you earn fans. Now, let's not forget, no Weston McKennie, no Christian Pulisic, no Tyler Adams. So I'm excited about the youth. I'm excited about seeing them take their opportunity.
Exactly, and it's promising because, you know, the whole dragging their feet about hiring Berhalter in the first place, and kind of the behind-the-scenes, you know, I guess the way it was handled, you know, having him being so transparent and open and accessible makes it seem a little more forthcoming in terms of how they appointed the coach in the first place, you know, because his brother, Berhalter's brother's on the U.S. men's committee. He's
Jay Berhalter. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's one of the higher.
Well, there's always a worry about nepotism from people. Listen, I think Greg Berhalter stands on his own. I would have loved to have seen Tata Martino interviewed. But listen, onward and upward. Let's forget the past. Let's move forward. Andrew, thank you for the call.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, so Andrew there with the Vine. U.S. 2-0 over Costa Rica. Lletget in the 80th. Areola in the 88th. They had 58% of the possession in that game. 12 shots to 4 on goal. The striker position, the creator, obviously, is still areas of concern for the U.S. Christian Roldan hit a post, who's also another rising star for the U.S. I particularly loved Lletget having a good game because this is a guy who had got badly injured at a time where he was catapulting with the national team. So to see him come back in that stadium where he got injured after the cross from Jonathan Lewis, a good one. So Lletget getting a goal and an assist. He set up Areola as well. All right, AJ wants to talk about the Super Bowl. Was the Super Bowl boring, AJ?
I don't know. I like to see a good defensive bout, but at what point in the first 7 possessions do the Rams take a go on 4th down if their defense is doing so well to stop the Patriots at that time?
Listen, I'm not the football expert. My point really that I'm making tonight, watching the Super Bowl, was I still had a level of interest in it. And I hear everybody today, it's boring, it's boring, it's boring. We hear people that when they don't watch a 0-0 scoreline in a soccer game where 3 posts are hit and 2 teams attack like crazy and are denied by great goalkeeping, it's called a boring game by many. I want people's opinion on the Super Bowl. I, as a novice football guy, saw some great defensive play in this game from both teams. Apparently, these coaches are incredible schemers. And then the other thing is, this was a cerebral night. And sports is cerebral as well. As much as we always, what a great athlete. The guy's got biceps that are bigger than my thighs. Great. But it's a cerebral game, too. And Cerebral won that game.
Right, I agree. And but back to a 0-0 match in soccer. Teams make those chances and send players up and get in on set pieces and corner kicks and all that. And if you don't understand the game, then yes, of course, a 0-0 is boring.
Well, if the only reason you're watching the game is to see goals, then you don't get the essence of the game, because there's so many subtleties. There's so many other things that we can pick out in sports, and that you could have picked out in that Super Bowl that would have made it interesting to you. The whole time you're looking at there, is Brady going to make more history here? I mean, is his moment coming? And you get the sense sitting on your couch it is coming, and it did come. And, it's remarkable. Where was the breakthrough going to come through? A young coach and a young team against, the greatest duo in history.
Right. But I appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
All right, AJ, thank you very much. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's on your mind?
Hey, Glenn, thanks for having me on. I was curious if you've heard anything regarding beIN Sport and their monopoly on the Spanish Premier League and the Copa del Rey that goes with that, because you just asked about the game tomorrow, and outside of getting it streaming online, I can't even watch it. So
yeah, when you
check the season as a Barcelona fan.
No, I'm sick of that too, because beIN was dropped in all of our cable systems. It's that typical sort of cable content war. I think Revelry and some of the Barcelona, the Culis and the Peña, the Real Madrid supporters groups, guys, call in today to let us know where we can watch the game. But the whole beIN thing's a joke, because now we don't get to watch Messi and company and Real Madrid, in a sense, and some of the new young talent they have. And by the way, Karim Benzema's had a good year. He has stepped up to it. What was that, Victor?
Well, yeah, it's painful
Kings Court, yeah.
I've been diehard since '03, and I've barely gotten to watch a game all year outside of what I've been able to candidly bootleg.
Yeah.
But I have no idea who's performing how or why. It's painful. So have you heard anything whatsoever on that getting resolved anytime soon, or is it just it's gone?
I haven't heard much, but I imagine some of our great listeners will be calling in here to educate us. Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you, Glenn.
All right, so I appreciate that from Chris. He brings up a good point. It quickly goes out of sight, out of mind. And look, La Liga was all about Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. The quality of soccer is still great in that league. And by the way, you can watch it at Kings Court. Get down there to 903 Hutchins. Go in there and say hi to Jay and Megan. And Megan will cook up some of the best Indian food you've had. Let's go to AY. AY wants to talk Chelsea Blues, Bayou City Blues. What's up? What's up, AY? AY, are you there? Hello, AY. I don't know. We're not getting AY. Let's go to George. George on the Premier League.
Just a couple of things. One about the Super Bowl, I found it a little dull. What I love about soccer is you can definitely have more impact of like spectacular individual play than you can in football, just from the sense that
after this call, try to take a break in the next few minutes or so.
Well, but in soccer you can have that individual that can, kind of insert himself into any part of the offense or defense, and the disparity between good coaching and bad coaching is far more evident in football, it seems, than in soccer. So you can you know, even a bad coach can have good play. You know, good coaches can have, you know, bad play. It works a little better. But the big thing I just wanted to touch on, just looking at all the NBA news between signing the big star and then going into rebuild mode and getting rid of all your players. Do you think the United States will ever adopt kind of a top league and a relegation, you know, lower league? Because that's what all of our sports need desperately, because you're either signing every free agent for that little tiny window where you think you can win a championship, or you're doing like the Astros fire sale where they get rid of everybody and hope to be better in a few years. Like if
like the Florida Marlins are trying to do. Yeah, like the Florida Marlins are trying to do. So you just led us into a bunch of things there. By the way, first of all, the reason why individuals can be more impactful in a soccer game is because coaches are less impactful. And what do I mean by that? It's not scripted. They're not calling plays. Your preparation is during the week. You go over scenarios. You go over situations. You have a specific way of playing. But it's totally different. There aren't people there holding clipboards and talking to coaches in an upper booth. It's not and can't be scripted. So that's one of the beauties of the game. The second part of your question was, take me back there again.
Oh, no, just the fact that
promotion and relegation, George. Yeah, promotion and relegation. So look, it's not going to happen in the near future when you're selling franchises for $150 million. One thing that has been proposed, and this is important for all professional sports now because it is so entertainment oriented. Do fans even care about consequence? I'm sick of these regular season games, so many baseball games, so many NBA games that don't have consequence. MLS, same way. I mean, you're in the Western Conference, 7 teams are making it out of 12. Is that right, Victor? 7 out of 12? If you don't make the playoffs, that's a lousy year, okay? Don't position it any other way. It's lousy. 7 out of 12 get in the playoffs. It's an epic fail. And I think consequence is important for me when it comes to watching athletics. But, you know, I look at some of these leagues now, and I think guys are using sports to be celebrities as opposed to be the best on the planet outside of their athleticism. You know, to be the Derek Jeter, to be the Michael Jordan, to be the Lionel Messi, to be the Cristiano Ronaldo, you know, to be the Terry Bradshaw or to be the Tom Brady. You know, it's just different. But I love consequence in a game. That means a lot to me. I like a healthy dislike for each other, quite frankly. I was going to use another word, but hashtag no haters on this show. You know, I like a genuine dislike. That's the way the pro game was played when I was playing. And, you know, I didn't play in La Liga or the Serie A. I played in leagues here in the United States. But I want consequence. I want genuine dislike. I want tactical matchups. And, by the way, the Super Bowl to me, you tell me why it was boring. I still thought it was interesting, especially when we got deeper into the second half. Thank you, George.
Thank you.
All right, let's hit AY here. 713-780-3776 is the number to call in tonight. 713-780-3776. We're talking U.S. men's national team. We're talking boring Super Bowl. We're talking the epic fail of Maroon 5, which, quite frankly, I don't want to say anything else about it, but that was a brutal halftime show. The MVP of the night, though, when it came to entertainment, Gladys Knight, national anthem, which people were betting on the over-under on how long it would go. All right, AY, what's on your mind? We'll give you another shot here.
Hey, Glenn, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. AY, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
You know, you have the voice of a like a guru, like a swami, like a guy that you know that you're going to get me into another soccer state of mind here tonight.
No, that's not my intentions. But
you have like you have like the Reverend Al Green in music. You know the Reverend Al. You know Al.
Pardon?
You know the famous Al Green, the singer.
Yes.
You've got the soothing voice of an Al Green. All right, make your point.
My point is that last week Chelsea lost to Bournemouth 4-0. Then I saw a comment from you on Facebook saying that, yeah, we redeemed ourselves with the 5-0 win against Huddersfield. And I'm telling you that that win does not make up for the loss.
No, it doesn't. But listen, that win is better than a loss. You have to beat what's in front of you. So at least for a little while, it brings a little confidence back. You get a couple of goals from Higuain, who's a new signing. Yes, Huddersfield is hapless. I get it. The whole key to me is, will Maurizio Sarri be given enough time to implement Sarri ball under Abramovich? Because I like the guy. Look, it was a last-place team. You still have to beat them. And listen, stranger things have happened. You get motivation, you get confidence in lots of different places as a soccer team, as a soccer club, and as an individual. Let's see what happens with better competition.
Okay, then my quick comment about the La Liga.
Yes.
It's like since Cristiano Ronaldo left, El Clasico is not really something I personally look forward to. You know, El Clasico was about Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Right. But since Cristiano Ronaldo left, for me, it has not been the same. Please don't tell me that, do I follow Juventus? No, I'm not following Juventus, because that's the next thing you will say. I'm not following them. But it's just that those two brought the best of La Liga. But of course, La Liga must go on. You can't play forever. That's the truth.
Listen, you're speaking the truth, but let's also remember, how fortunate have we been to have watched Ronaldo against Messi? Ronaldo and Messi is La Liga, quite frankly. And that rivalry is going to reboot in many ways. Messi's not going to go on forever. And by the way, La Liga's loss is the Serie A's gain, because Cristiano Ronaldo is still tearing up the Italian Serie A and still scoring goals as a 34-year-old man. Look, I get what you're saying. I think it's out of sight, out of mind, too, because of the cable deal here in the United States with beIN. I mean, it's, naturally when it's easy for you to go to a television, click on the game, now you can't. And, you get frustrated. What's that, Victor? Yeah, Serie A's on ESPN Plus, for sure. But when it's not convenient, it's tough. And I think there are places around town, and I'm hoping somebody's going to call in and educate us. 713-780-3776. Where can you watch Real Madrid and Barcelona tomorrow from the Nou Camp? AY, I get your point on Chelsea, but you're a Chelsea fan, right?
Yes, I am.
So would you rather of them gotten beaten so that they get the message clear that they're not in a great place, or would you rather them going out and ripped apart Huddersfield like they were supposed to and get a couple of goals from a new signing?
It was at least the goal difference, because being a Chelsea fan, I don't want us to be on par with Arsenal. So we know Arsenal lost. We had the same goal difference after the Bournemouth game, but as at yesterday, we have a +7 goal difference above Arsenal. Unfortunately, that's a very low standard for me, but it is what it is. I won't want the situation by the end of the day, Arsenal will be above Chelsea on the table. Though it's a low standard, but it's still a standard for me. It's low. So,
well, listen, you can only play against what's in front of you, and that's what they did. It's a big win for Chelsea. Let's see how it propels them potentially and platforms them forward. AY, thank you as always for the call.
One more question, please.
Yes.
When next will you be in town?
I'm in town right now. We're going to have another show on Thursday.
Maybe you're going to any viewing party. So I promise you there.
You know what? I will put that on Facebook Soccer Matters, because we're trying to move these T-shirts for charity purposes as well. But I'll put that out there, and I would love to meet you in person, AY. I love your contributions to the show very much.
All right. Take care.
Okay. You too. Love AY. AY's great. I don't know if he got the Al Green thing. Al Green is a very famous, obviously, a legendary singer. And you would know his thongs. You might have to bring the Reverend Al back, but Reverend Al is great around Valentine's Day, too. I call him the Reverend Al. He was Al Green. He is a reverend, and he actually, I think, still preaches and sings in Louisiana. I do believe that's true. All right, tomorrow, Houston Sports Awards. Again, get over to Facebook, go to our shop, and we're going to be posting some pictures and images of the bracelets that are quality, believe me. They're lapis, they're malachite. Malachite's the green stone. But they're cool, and all of it goes to, not all of it, but 20% of it goes to a 501c charity. So that's what's happening. We're going to take a break here. First hour brought to you, second hour brought to you by the one and only Daspit Law Firm, John Daspit and the Daspit Law Firm. And a big thank you to Advantage BMW Midtown, our good friends there. Kings Court and Jay, that's where you can go and watch for sure the La Liga game between Real Madrid and Barcelona tomorrow. And also a big thank you to Carl Eves and Liberty Kitchen. Let's take a break.
This is Nolan Ryan. You're listening to Houston's best sports talk, ESPN 97.5.
Brooks Bossler here, owner of BB's Tex Orleans. We now have 8 locations. Come see us in our newest location in Cypress, Texas. In order to keep the crawfish spicy and our Tex Orleanians happy, BB's is partnered with HR&P for all of our daily human resource needs. HR&P supports us every day with human resources, payroll, benefits, and compliance. So we can focus on being the best BB's Tex Orleans we can be.
Let HR&P customize a plan for your business. Get started at hrp.net. hrp.net.
Hey folks, Lawson Gow here, and I'm not here to talk to you about a bank, but something bigger, the Cannon. Are you an entrepreneur or a hustling small business owner tired of bouncing from coffee shop to coffee shop? The Cannon has you covered. Located just north of City Center, the Cannon is a perfect workspace to grow your business. Our current home has offices and desks, super fast Wi-Fi, printing, fast convenient parking, and much more. Plus, you'll get a front row seat as we build the future home for entrepreneurship in Houston right next door. Visit thecannonhouston.com/ESPN to book your tour today, and you'll receive your first month of membership on me.
Kobos Barbecue has been serving up award-winning barbecue to ESPN listeners for years at our Christmas party. Now it's time for you to visit their new storefront in Atascocita. From moist brisket to their badass ribs, Kobos Q has it all. Hosting a big party, their Fam Bam packs are perfect for any occasion. Mention you heard it here on ESPN, you're going to get $15 off the Fam Bam pack. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter by searching COBOSQUE. That's Kobos Q at 6030 FM 1960 East at Atascocita.
Danish Inspirations, Houston Modern Contemporary Furniture Store invites all of you soccer lovers to Danish Inspirations' beautiful showroom on 2775 Fondren. I'm Jan Christensen, president of Danish Inspirations and a soccer player for 50 years. Soccer is a great sport, and Danish Inspirations is a great modern contemporary furniture store. Go to danishinspirations.com and set your furniture goals. Goal!
Guys, check this out. There's a brand new technology that's going to drive your wife or girlfriend wild for Valentine's Day. It's probably not what you're thinking. It's even better. It's called Micro Velvet, created by the PJ experts at Pajamagram, and it's found only in their Tempting Touch PJs. Tempting Touch PJs are simply the softest and most luxurious pajamas ever imagined. They're addictively soft. They beg to be touched. Go to pajamagram.com and get her the blissful comfort you know she deserves. This is a higher level of soft, softer than her sweetest dreams and yours. They're tempting to wear and tempting to touch. And when she's happy, you'll be happy too. A Valentine's Day gift has never felt this tempting. Plus, you don't even have to wrap because every Pajamagram includes free gift packaging. And Valentine's Day delivery is guaranteed. So visit pajamagram.com or call 1-800-GIVE-PJs.
Manchester City. And they win the ball back through Laporte. The ball in towards Sergio Aguero. Well, it was 24 seconds at St James's Park. It's around about 50 here at the Etihad on Sunday. Goodness me, what a start for the champions looking to close the gap on Liverpool. Sergio Aguero within a minute yet again. City 1, Arsenal 0.
You're listening to Soccer Matters on ESPN 97.5.
And on ESPN975.com.
Brought to you by the Daspit Law Firm. From the ESPN 97.5 studios, here's Glenn Davis.
All right, welcome back to Soccer Matters on ESPN 97.5. By the way, we put a big effort into this show because We know how educated the soccer fan is out there. We want your engagement. We want your phone calls. We want you going over to Facebook Soccer Matters. We want you involved because we care about your opinion. And opinion is what makes this happen. 713-780-3776 is the number tonight. 713-780-3776. We talk U.S. men's national team. We've talked Premier League. We have talked, was the Super Bowl really that boring? I say no. And here's Casey says on Twitter, he says, at Glenn Davis Soccer, 0-0 is fine if both teams are playing expansive, dynamic, attacking soccer. Keeper and defense make great plays to keep the sheet clean, adds to the quality. This felt more like one team parking the bus and the other couldn't string 3 passes together. I guess that's Casey's take on the Super Bowl. 713-780-3776 is the number to call in tonight. Second hour, we're going to have a number of interviews. We've got Tim Holt of San Antonio FC. Great friend, a very good guy in soccer, has done some wonderful stuff in San Antonio with San Antonio FC. But we're going to talk to them about Austin FC coming in, and then we're going to talk about their season and what they got going down there. They also have an academy in the USL, so that's pretty interesting. I want to try to get to a little bit of talk of potentially what could happen under a year from now with the collective bargaining agreement and Major League Soccer. Thursday, we got an incredible guest as well. We've got Rene Meulenstein, who was an assistant coach at Manchester United with Sir Alex Ferguson, spent a lot of time individually with Cristiano Ronaldo when he first got to Manchester United. So he's going to be a great interview as well. We do want to remind you that also in the second hour, we're going to have Patty Smith, the Houston Sports Authority, on ahead of the second annual Houston Sports Awards. It's going to be an amazing night down at the Hilton Americas, and we'll be down there. Tom McNamara, Houston Dynamo, will be there in the second hour as well, and then Jairo Otsoy, who is communications director with Wastatoya. So we'll get a little insight into what is this Guatemalan team about, because it's one that's kind of come out of nowhere to be in the CONCACAF Champions League against the Dynamo. All right, to the phone lines, 713-780-3776. Eric, what's on your mind, Eric?
Do you think the Mexican national soccer team, if they weren't in the CONCACAF, you think they could probably compete? I'll hang up and listen, but if they were in a South American conference, I don't know what it's called, do you think they'll qualify for a World Cup or at least have a chance? I'll hang up and listen.
For the next World Cup? Will Mexico have a chance? Absolutely, Mexico will have a chance, and they're going to have an even bigger chance because they got a manager named Tata Martino. So Mexico, dominant team in CONCACAF. I hope I got the gist of what Eric wanted to talk about there, but I do think it's going to be very interesting with Tata Martino as the manager. He had his first press conference. I think they're going to play Venezuela here in the United States. Did I get that right? So a lot going on there. Let's quickly roll into some Pep Guardiola post-match after their dominant win over Arsenal. And here is the legendary manager Pep Guardiola of Manchester City, who's closed the gap on Liverpool.
Pep, I'm sure you're very pleased with the result. What about the performance that went with it?
Yeah, for both. It's not easy to concede a goal when we extra control the game, and after, of course, Arsenal is a good.
He's got a second question here. Do you want me to just cut it after he finishes this first? No, just keep going. Okay.
Read much better second half. Where
minute 9 total.
The ball more outside, like they defend a lot of people inside, and we create a lot of shoots and crosses by.
30 seconds left.
Really good performance against a top team, and 3 more points.
Particularly in the second half, did you just move the ball more? Was there more intensity about your play?
Well, the first half they were so tight, so deep, and the spaces were so difficult to find outside. The second half, like I said to Miami, a little bit more, jam a little bit, the last minute as well. So the spaces in between the lines was a little bit easier. But I think attacking midfielders, Gundogan and Digne in the position, the holding midfielders, they play really good. And okay, we did a good game.
So that was Pep Guardiola talking about the dominant win over Arsenal. I don't know where you are, Arsenal fans. We're Manchester City fans, but 713-780-3776 is the number to call in. 713-780-3776. Manchester United got a 1-0 win over Leicester. Very big win for them because they got a ton of stuff coming up here. The level of competition will get ratcheted up for United. Marcus Rashford, I love seeing him become a focal point of this team. Bailly made it back into the team. A very difficult Leicester City match, but a very, very big win. Let's go into, again, we go back to, was this really a boring Super Bowl? And we can relate it to 0-0 in soccer. Here's Scott, who says, I thought it was one of the better Super Bowls in recent memory. The execution on defense was impressive, coaching outstanding. Belichick has always made adjustments, demonstrated that coaching makes a difference. The Patriots hadn't missed the field goal, had the interception on the opening drive. It could have been 23-3 game. We would be talking about a total masterpiece. 47-43 is simply bad football, as is, more often than not, a 5-4 match. But it is entertainment. But we were talking about what people want when they look at games. What's most important to you when you're watching a football match, a soccer match? 713-780-3776. Dave Hoffman said it was more like two teams playing out of the back, getting to midfield and giving the ball away. He's talking about the Patriots in L.A. We've all seen some amazingly exciting 0-0 games, also some excruciatingly dull ones as well. Super Bowl came into the latter. Yeah, I didn't agree with that.
Try and break soon.
It was, it wasn't inept offenses only. It was also being denied by organized, aggressive defenses. So there you have that one. Junior says it was a great game. Coaches did their part. Just one was better than the other. It was competitive, which is the point of these championship games. Good one, Junior. Jeff Smith said, I heard a rumor that Elise was denied a transfer to the Rams. Would have helped. Io says, I will surely call in today. He did. Miggs says, look, you said those third down stops were exciting. Yes, I did. They were exciting. Miggs says, that was masterful defensive play calling. I've always maintained that defense wins championships. PJ says, you have to count Wade Phillips under sports can be cerebral, because I had mentioned that. His defensive game plan was also brilliant. Miguel said, it wasn't a remarkable defensive game. You'd see a bunch of sacks and a bunch of interceptions or scoring on defense. The offenses were horrible. And I replied to that by saying, Miguel, good defense is defined by more than sacks and interceptions. Just like it's defined in soccer, it's more than tackles and clearances. It's organization. It's the way a team moves. It's where they sit defensively. It's the type of pressure they get on a ball. So a lot of good things coming in. 713-780-3776. We are on Facebook Live right now. And if you go to Facebook Live, you can see some examples of the Soccer Matters T-shirts. And we're going to be breaking out some orange Soccer Matters T-shirts. So we're hoping you grab some of our merchandise as we try to platform that a little bit into the next phase. Jason says, Ladies Steel City FC support you in Soccer Matters. And I say, Jason, thank you very much for that. We appreciate it. That's what makes this show so much fun, is the fact that it started on public radio. We took it here. I got it funded. Been doing radio since 2002, and it's great, all the connections that occur with the show. You also notice that over the years, I've used this show as a platform to push certain ideas, like Major League Soccer to Houston, like World Cup 2026 to Houston. We like to shine the light on those that are making things happen. Okay, so coming up again in the second hour, I think we're close to a break here. Andrew Carlson, first stint here at Soccer Matters. How's it going, Andrew?
I'm pretty nervous, Glenn. I'm not going to lie.
Don't be nervous. We're going to get through this. Nerves never helped anything. You're doing a great job. It's onward and upward for us, buddy. So you're doing a great job. So just hang in there and don't be nervous. Took me a while to learn that too. I could tell some wonderful stories one night about television blunders that I have made. And we could probably do a little bit of a reel. And radio, too. I have dropped, one of those you-know-what bombs on the air a few times, which I saw, I think John Lee maybe had been doing it, or it might have been Tyler Scott, and he quickly had to scramble to get us in a place. All right, so let's talk again. Here's what we got coming up in the second hour. Tom McNamara, Houston Dynamo midfielder. We're going to talk to him about New York City FC and playing with guys like David Villa, Frank Lampard, Andrea Pirlo, and being coached by Patrick Vieira. We'll get an update from the Dynamo in Tucson, Arizona. Patty Smith, Houston Sports Authority. She has done incredible work on this event. I'm going strictly as a supporter tomorrow, and my thanks to the Houston Sports Authority for inviting me. Last year, I was a presenter. That was a lot of fun. Did that with Roger Clemens and Vince Young. And then we got Tim Holt, managing director of San Antonio FC, talking about, there's a lot happening now. Austin is going to have a USL team out at Coda. You've got a USL team in San Antonio. You got Austin FC coming to Major League Soccer. It's blowing up in Texas. Tomorrow, Barcelona, Real Madrid are supporting, and our big presenting sponsor is John Daspit and the Daspit Law Firm. We thank him, and we thank all the great sponsors of this show, including Advantage BMW, Liberty Kitchen, Danish Inspirations, Contemporary Furniture, and the King's Court, where you can watch Barcelona and Real Madrid tomorrow. We'll take a break.
This is Nolan Ryan. You're listening to Houston's best sports talk, ESPN 97.5.
Hey, Glenn Davis here for Liberty Kitchen Restaurants. They specialize in modern comfort food with Gulf Coast influence. Now, some of my favorites over there, hot smoked Seattle salmon, mac and cheese, roasted asparagus with bacon jam, and the bacon jam, by the way, is to die for. They've also got primed aged meats, deviled eggs, and fried Gulf shrimp. Raw bar as well. 3 locations, so you can catch it at River Oaks, Memorial City, or the Heights. Happy hour 6 days of the week, plus Liberty Kitchen is the best spot for brunch. LibertyKitchenOysterBar.com.
Guys, check this out. There's a brand new technology that's going to drive your wife or girlfriend wild for Valentine's Day. It's probably not what you're thinking. It's even better. It's called Micro Velvet, created by the PJ experts at Pajamagram, and it's found only in their Tempting Touch PJs. Tempting Touch PJs are simply the softest and most luxurious pajamas ever imagined. They're addictively soft. They beg to be touched. Go to Pajamagram.com and get her the blissful comfort you know she deserves. This is a higher level of soft, softer than her sweetest dreams and yours. They're tempting to wear and tempting to touch. And when she's happy,